Let's say you want to apply to study abroad. So what are some of the things you would ask yourself before you decide to do so? Oh, okay, so no, give me. Hello guys, Sina Nov here with the broadcasters, and today in this video I'm gonna tell you 5 questions. Oh, sorry. Okay. 5 powerful questions to ask yourself before you decide to go to study abroad. I have studied abroad for almost a year in 2 different countries. I always thought it is an easy thing for everybody to do it. Every student who have a dream to go study abroad, they could definitely do that. Until there was one day that one of my friends called me that she had to travel back to Cambodia because she couldn't continue her study in Australia anymore. And my question was, what's wrong? What happened to her? Why did she decide to go back? And that was the time that I realized not anybody could actually go to study abroad. It takes a person a commitment. It takes a person time to actually adapt to a new environment. So these are the 5 questions that you have to consider before you decide to study abroad. Can you give up your time with your parents, your friends, and somebody you know here in your country? So this is a question that you really have to ask, especially to those of you who stay with your parents, who are so attached with your friends, with your classmates and so on, and you're not ready to give them up because you are so used to living with your parents, you are so used to communicate with people around you. And then when you go to a different country, it's when you have to start all those relationships again. So that means you have to stay at a place that you don't meet your parents every day. You have to do things on your own. And this is come to the second question. Are you ready to live by yourself? So living by yourself, what I mean here is whether you can live independently. When you are sick, are you ready to take care of yourself? Because nobody would. Or when you are going out at night, nobody would call you to come home and ask for dinner. First, you might think, oh, maybe that's a good thing because it's a time that you can get away from your parents. Until the more you stay by yourself, you realize how lonely you may get. In case, if you're not staying at a dorm, with sharing a roommate, then that might get you very lonely, especially at the time that you just arrived in a different country where you have to start building those relationships. So are you ready to actually deal with all those problems by yourself? 3. What do you want to get out of your study abroad program? And this has to do with your career opportunities, with your own career goals. Because many people would just, oh, I want to go abroad because, people who go abroad, when they come back, they are so cool, they got recognition. There's a lot of things about people going abroad, how cool they are and stuff. But if it doesn't match with your own goals and it doesn't match with what you really want, I don't think that makes sense for you to decide to go and study abroad. Maybe studying in your own local country might be better if your career goal matches with it. So what I mean by this is, when I decided, in my personal experience, when I decided to go study abroad, my ultimate goal is to be open to new culture, is to make new friends, is to getting experiences that I cannot have in my own country. And that is like my ultimate goal to actually decide to do that. And also there are some courses that did not exist in my country university. So I look up on those courses, and then I found some interesting courses that very beneficial to my future career. So that is like one of the reason that I chose to study abroad. So it really depends on you. So you have to ask this question again, whether what do you want out of this program? Not because somebody forces you to do it, not because your parents say because it's good so you have to go. Just don't let that decide that for you. You have to ask yourself, what do you really want out of this? Number 4, how open are you to new cultures and to practice the new language? So this is the reason that you have to consider, because it's very hard for us to blend in a completely different environment. You may ask me, it depends on the country you're going. It's totally true, but in any way, whichever environment that you're going to be in, you have to blend in with some people that you don't know. So there's of course going to be some cultural differences. For example, I went to Thailand, and Thailand is pretty close to Cambodia, and I didn't think we have like a big cultural differences between us, and I would easily blend in. I would have made lots of Thai friends, but honestly I didn't make many Thai friends at all. I made like a few Thai good friends, and I think because of our cultural differences that I didn't realize before I go in, and I was quite close-minded. So you have to keep all those stereotypes and judgments away. If you're not open for that, if you're not ready for that, I don't think you are ready to go to study abroad either. So this is the important question that you have to ask yourself, whether you can learn to be open and accept those new cultural differences. 5. What do you know about the country that you're going to study? So this is very important because it has to do with you doing some research about the country that you are going. This would help you adapt the new environment very quickly. So if you're going to America, you have to search about your university, like the location of the university, how people communicate in that, what sort of activities you would like to join in, because they may have like curriculums that you can join to make more friends. Or if you're going to like an Asian country like Thailand, you can search out like how do people greet each other, how do people learn from one another. So this is very important. It's like small tips that can help you adapt with the environment that you're going to be in. From my experience, before I went to study in America or in Thailand, I did this little research about like how people communicate, because I always been interested in how people communicate with each other. So for example, with Thai people, it's like, you know, they love to smile and all of that. So I think like one of the tips is like you have to smile, give them a little greeting. And for example, in America, people usually talk to you randomly, like strangers would come up to you and say hello, hi. I mean, if I didn't do homework about that, I would have been shocked that people come and say hi to me so random. So that was one of the tips that I did, and that helped me adapt with the new environment very fast. And last but not least is when people go to study abroad, especially in the middle of the university, please do not forget to ask your university whether it's possible to transfer credits or not, because sometimes you may have to face you know, making up some credits when you return, or maybe you have to fail one semester or 1 year to actually go to study abroad. So this is just some of the tips that you have to ask yourself in case you want to study abroad for just a semester or in a short period of time. Thank you for watching today's video, and please do leave me comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for the next video.